Rule number 1,
BIOS.
always right. Rule number 2, nothing else matters because
BIOS
is always right.
I've literally sat here for so long trying to gather my thoughts and feelings in a way that I can explain or express how I feel about Overwatch 2 and the PVE getting canceled. I thought about maybe if I come on sad because I am, or angry because I am, or annoyed because I am, or whatever. Because every time I think about it, I'm just more, and I just get in more and more. I'm just getting more and more in a sense of just the amount of disbelief. Even though this is Overwatch Blizzard that we're talking about. Like, ever since the last patch, the mid patch for May that came out, or March, whatever the last video was, I just I just really, really could not believe that they would make such changes, even though they made a lot of questionable changes in the past that just came out of nowhere and just didn't make sense and was not healthy for the game. They do it anyway. And I'm just like, how are you guys? We've been doing this for so long. You've heard the community about things for so long, and you're still releasing patches like this? And then Overwatch 2 PvE is canceled. I, like many others, have really wondered after hearing the news, like, what is the point of playing this game? Like, this game that I love so much, that I made so many friends on, for I don't even know how many years now. I mean, I guess no, it's like 7 years. I've been playing Overwatch since it's been in alpha. 7 straight years. So earlier this week, the Overwatch team announced that PvE is basically canceled. That's how we took it, but according to them, it's not canceled. It's just being released in a different way that's gonna make a lot more sense, and that what our players want, and blah blah blah. The thing about it is that even if the PVE isn't actually canceled, because according to this roadmap, it's coming in season 6 as a as a mission campaign event thing, and like who knows what's going to be in it. Like, even if it's like decent or good, the fact that it's going to be packaged and set into an event, and we've definitely seen how Overwatch does do their events. They're not good. Like, they're good in concept. Like, when you you hear about it, you see a trailer and you're like, oh, let's try it out, and then it's not good. Like, it's maybe okay the first time, but in comparison to the trailer that they did for the Overwatch 2 story campaign, like, no. And then they were talking about, like, oh, when we did that last Halloween event, that showed the mechanics of what you will expect. Really? We're going to expect that in comparison to what you actually showed? That is truly scary and disappointing. Like, horrific. As you can obviously tell, I'm doing what I usually do and voicing my thoughts out off the script. I never use a script. So if my thoughts are everywhere, then they're everywhere. just thinking about all the things that we as a community and I as a player have actually put up with, it just makes me really feel like so much time is wasted. And a lot of us are older now. And it's like, am I really going to keep playing this game that doesn't really respect my time, that doesn't really feel like they listen? And before anybody starts about, oh, the changes, da da da, there's so much proof everywhere. Look at Mercy. Mercy's like exhibit A number one of the devs not properly listening to the community. Sombra is next. Doomfist, Roadhog, Sojourn, this latest patch, Orisa, Junker Queen, Winston, Cassidy, like one shots. Competitive is broken or is always broken, whatever. I don't know. I don't know anymore. And I just really feel like it's not worth my time. I'm not trying to say that I'm gonna quit Overwatch, but I'm definitely not gonna be playing as much as I did before. It's time to play other things. And I'm definitely no longer going to be investing in them in this game. No more battle pass and buying skins and all that stuff. Completely did that for other reasons, but looking at things now, no, they don't deserve it at all. If anything, I hope more people do it, and it will give a bigger message to how we shouldn't continue to be treated like this, because it literally feels like we're being taken advantage of. And it's literally like they add a battle pass in and they don't know how to act. Man. I'm just so tired of this roller coaster of that everybody knows is like a love-hate relationship. And it's really sad because Overwatch is such a good game, because it's like there's nothing else like it. It literally killed any other game that tried to compete against in the hero shooter genre, whatever. And but that's just not enough to, to be a reason to stay around. Everybody's mad. Literally everybody and their mother is upset. Everyone that you would even think that would talk about Overwatch are talking about it. And it could be partially bandwagon, but it just shows how much, like, how many people were actually watching this and how known the Overwatch community is. And it's so important that all these people are talking about it. And I just don't know what Blizzard is going to do after this. I know that they're trying to, like, say on Twitter and stuff that, oh, you don't understand, like, yeah, like it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. And I just don't believe you. I just don't believe you. Like, if the Overwatch team literally came out and before Overwatch 2 was announced, because in game development, that everybody likes to defend developers and all this stuff. No, in game development, they know what's going to happen and what's not going to happen. They know that for a long time. And we've been waiting a long time for this. They saw that this wasn't going to happen. It's literally Anthem, Cyberpunk, No Man's Sky stuff all over again. And I'm sick of it. I'm so over it. Like, I'm tired of being lied to. I'm tired of false promises and all this nonsense, especially when you're putting money into this freaking game with their stupid store and their new battle pass and buying characters and all this other stuff. And it took them so long. And it took them so long to even fix that, like, to actually give us challenges to earn skins for free and to do other things, and to make it consumer friendly. And even in its current stage, it's not that much. It's not even that consumer friendly. With the prices and reselling of old skins, and it just feels so disingenuous to how Overwatch 1 was. And Overwatch 1 had a lot of problems, for sure. But I don't know. But this, I'm going to be saying I don't know a lot. I wanted to make a video. Well, I didn't want to make a video. And I know everybody says that, but truthfully, I did not want to make a video. I just wanted to just make other videos of other games that I'm going to play and focus on that. But this is a game that I played for such a long time, and I see news about everyone talking about PVE being canceled everywhere, literally everywhere. So it's not really easy for me to just ignore and get away from it. It makes me feel like I got to say something so that, I add to the conversation, that my voice and my frustrations are being heard too. Because I am frustrated too. I'm mad too. And the Overwatch team is definitely under a lot of fire right now. And whatever the situation may be, regardless, and I know that a lot of people don't like to see it, but this is their job. This is their responsibility, especially when it comes to selling a product and making these promises and stuff like that. So regardless of who did what, everyone is responsible. All of them are responsible for the current outcome and state of the situation and the game, period. Everybody likes to defend and blah, blah, blah. You would not react like this anywhere else. So let's just be real. Now, I don't want Overwatch to fail, obviously. I don't want them to not succeed. But if it happens, it happens. And it's only because of their own doing, and also the communities. Because I feel like Overwatch should have never become a competitive PvE game. If it was a casual game with no PvP, with no competitive, excuse me. If it didn't have competitive, I feel like the game could have been a lot better. Because when I first played Overwatch, before competitive was fully implemented, it was so much fun. Like, you just focused on the characters that you wanted to play and learning them and just getting better at them. But not in a sense of getting better like, oh, I'm the best, and the competitive nature of it all, but just to get better with the character. And it was so much fun. It was so much fun trying to see who got played the game, and whether you won or lost, it was just fun. And that was the main magic of Overwatch before everything changed with the competitive nature. If competitive was not added, then there wouldn't be so much, I feel like there wouldn't be so much of an outcry of proper hero balancing as much. There could have been a lot more focus on just keeping the game fun and alive or whatever. But I'm not going to put all the blame on that, because it's clearly a direction that they wanted to go to, and this is the result. So there's no point trying to, because at this point, like, I don't really know what they can do. I guess we just have to wait and see until season 6. Ugh, whatever, dude. Anyway, I think I got my frustrations out. Actually, not. But even if uh the PVE for Overwatch is okay, but I can't really see it being okay because they even said the talent trees are gone. So I don't really see much replayability. Like I don't really see much reason to play the stories, you know? Like the big incentive was that. And since we don't have that, then we're just gonna be playing the character like normal and whatever little mission. I doubt there's gonna be like some like the serious cutscenes that we were gonna get. Doubt it. If they didn't even have time to put, if they didn't even have time to put time into making it, so please, freaking, it's all a sham. Sadly, it seriously feels like it. But yeah, even if somehow it's decent, the PvP is not in a great state at all. Like I said in my last video, tanks are deep or DPS and supports are fighting for their lives, and everybody's not well balanced. And so many things are wrong with the game. Like there's more wrong than there is good. But anyway, I'm not gonna keep rambling. I've been talking for like almost 20 minutes. Um, but that's it. That's the state. That's how I feel. And who knows what's actually gonna be next. Overwatch is going through the ringer, as they should. And after, when the dust settles, who knows? All I know is I'm going to start putting my time into other things, into other games that I've neglected for so long because of, truthfully, how fun Overwatch was. But just trying to sit here and just remember the good times when you don't have a lot of time is not good. And there's so many other things to play and experience. So, yeah.